Hello and welcome to this episode of Rick's Garage. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make the adjustments on the Koni Sport rear shock absorbers. See you in a minute. So yes, thank you for tuning in for this episode of Rick's Garage. First of all, I apologise for the background noise. As you can see, I've got my garage door open, not that it makes any difference. Right now there's cars coming past, there's a plane going over the top. Jesus, it's annoying trying to film a video. Anyway, yes, Koni Sport adjustable shock absorber, how to make the adjustments. These ones actually come from my Alfa Romeo GTV 3-litre V6, but obviously they do come in many other cars as well, using the same principle for adjustment. Now, what I'm going to do before the video is actually show you how to remove them from the GTV. Very simple and easy process. If you don't have a GTV and you just want to see the adjustments, then you can skip to this part in the video right here. So without further ado, no more waffle, let's get stuck in. Okay, so getting straight into the job, first thing, jack up the rear of the car. Secondly, you need to remove the bottom bolt which attaches the shock absorber to the bottom control arm. I drop the jack just a little bit to take the stress off the bolt, and then that just pops straight out with ease. I always go the extra mile when doing this. Yes, I could just knock the bolt out with a hammer, but at the end of the day, I just don't want to damage the stainless steel inserts to my poly bushes. So yeah, for me, it's just worth taking the extra time to do that. Next, you need to remove the wheel, and once you've done that, that will give you full view of the top bolt to the shock absorber and the entire shock absorber assembly. Now the top bolt is a 17mm guys, and the bottom bolt is a 19mm. Once again, the top one should come out with ease. So out comes that bolt, and then once you've done that, you should be able to pull the shock absorber from the top and then off from the bottom. Nice and easy. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is set the shock absorber in a vise, microfiber cloth, and you want to clamp it that way, like so. Not overly tight. And the next thing you're going to want to do is pull this dust cover down over the shock absorber, just like that. To actually make the adjustment itself, what you need to do is engage this little button right here, whilst at the same time turning the shaft. Now, to make the shock absorber softer, you turn it anti-clockwise. To make it stiffer, you turn it clockwise. Now, it is my understanding that there are 4 settings on the shock absorbers in particular. Now, I believe that straight out of the box, they are 1 down from the hardest setting, so let's find out. I'm going to engage the button, turn the shaft, and I'm just using the screwdriver just to make it easier to turn. Yeah, so I had 1 more click in there, so that is now on the hardest setting. Now, just very quickly, once you make your adjustments, you will notice that this button hasn't disengaged. All you do, make your adjustment, give it a little twig, and you'll see it pop up. I'll just do that 1 more time. Okay, so you've made your adjustment, lift off, button hasn't come back up, give it a little twist, and you'll see that pop up, nice and easy. Okay, now when you're actually moving it, as I said, there's 4 settings in total. As you're moving it through each setting, you will feel it engage on each one. I promise you, you can't miss it. I'll do that just now. So this is currently on the 4th or hardest setting. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that is now on the softest setting. Again, the button hasn't come back up. Give it a little twist and the button pops back up. So that is now on the softest. Now I'm going to put it back onto the hardest setting, which is the setting that I actually want. Press the button. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, give it a little twist again, make sure the button pops back up, and you're done. So that is now on the hardest setting. Put the dust cover back on, and it really is as simple as that. Very, very easy. So now it's time to get the shock absorber mounted back onto the car. It's best to mount the bottom of the shock absorber over the bush, just slip it over first. Then you can tackle the top. It may need a little bit of persuasion to knock it into place, but it should go into place nice and easy. So top bolt going back in, don't forget to put your washers on, guys. It may need a little bit of persuasion to get that bolt back through. Yes, I just rattled my knuckles on that too. So for those of you who want to know the torque specs for these, the top bolt is 72 Newton meters and the bottom bolt is 98 Newton meters, guys. I'll get those torqued up later on. So that's your top bolt back in, nice and easy. At this point I put the wheel back on, and with that I just line up the shock absorber best I can and then gradually lower the car back down on the jack. Line those holes up again just nicely, just enough for you to get the bolt in. It's worth spending the extra time here, guys, just to line it up properly, and the bolt should push back in with ease. Always better than whacking them back in with a hammer. Don't forget your washers again, one either side, and once again the torque spec for the bottom bolt is 98 Newton meters. That's 98. So we're all done. Lower the car back to the ground. Easy as that. Nice and simple job. Okay, there you go, guys and girls, that is job done. I hope you'll agree the process is very quick, easy and simple. So go ahead, you can do it yourself. Now, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Rick's Garage. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider doing so, and I shall see you in the next episode. That's all from me. See you next time. Bye bye.